Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Today we'll be doing what if Eren. Yes, Attack on Titans. What if? I'm doing a lot of shit now. Attack on Titans. What if Eren, like Eren Yeager, was the Winter Soldier? Now I have to explain the lore behind why Eren would even have in this one, the Winter Soldier serum, and why would he have anything of the sort, and what added abilities? Because to be honest, the Winter Soldier is kind of plain, and that goes for Captain America too. So they're kind of plain characters, but I found stuff that I can do with them, and I can give them. So yeah. So this can make sense. I'm gonna have to do this backstory. We start this what if with Captain America and Red Skull, where Captain America threw what's called it now, his his shield at Red Skull. He hit the space stone from Red Skull and it went down and it hit an electrical box and then went down and it killed and then it exploded and killed Red Skull. But then a ripple went through the earth. Captain America didn't notice it and no one noticed it. But people went missing and then double gangers of those people came. So nobody missed anyone, but like people went missing and just appeared in the like in the Attack on Titan universe, right? So that universe was created because of the space stone. Technically, it would be the reality stone that needed to do that, but nobody can get that right now because you have to sacrifice someone. So I'm gonna excuse myself from talking about that. So that's how people got on Attack, and that's how Attack on Titan was made. Then then we figure out that some Hydra bases was still there and blueprints of certain things. Now we go to Eren Yeager. When he was just a little child, no more than 3 to 4 years old. This time he didn't meet that meant he didn't meet Mikasa, he didn't meet Armin or no one else yet. And I'm changing 2 things about his parents. His mother is the Wall Queen. If you don't know what the Wall Queen is, she's technically she technically owns all throughout the walls. But anyways, and Eren's father, instead of like Zeke's mother being a royal, no what, fuck it, Zeke's, both of them are freaking royalty. I don't care. They already be on some Game of Thrones shit. I don't care. Damn it, I'll be right back. They already be on some Game of Thrones shit, so it doesn't really matter. So so Eren would be a royal. So yeah, so you can pull out his founding Titans powers to the max, but I'm gonna progress them slowly so he don't one shot everybody. So again, let's start off to where Eren was 3 to 2 years old. And you're asking me why Eren's outside. Let's say he ran away, he got out the house and just like did his thing, and he ran out. He ran away. Well, he didn't run away because he was just curious about outside. He ran away far, and then he just fell into a pit. Remember, he's a kid, 3 to 4 years old. This is where he found like a base, and Eren is really smart in this one. So like yeah. So he found a base and he found all these papers and he found a suitcase and it said storage suitcase. He started putting like papers in it and then it's absorbed into it. It had no end to it. Like it didn't have any end to it. He just put all the papers and the books and everything that he saw in there until he got to a tube. The tube had weird liquids on the side of it and needles inside of it. It had a listing of some abilities. Metal hand, increased durability, bulletproof, enhanced senses, enhanced sight, enhanced speed, and plasma manipulation, shock absorption, um, kinetic absorption, and kinetic release, which is like what Black Panther does when the bullets hit him, and he can absorb that and then put it in a pulse, which also destroys things around him. So yeah, that enhance speed. Yeah, I think I said that already. And something slashed out, but something slashed out that Aaron did not see. It was the armor. It didn't say Titan armor. But Aaron went into the tube and pressed the button outside, and the tube closed, and he froze inside, and he got frozen inside the tube. The liquid and the needle started to come towards him, but he was frozen, like I said, so he didn't feel anything. So the liquid stuck inside of his body, and then there became the Winter Soldier, also giving the ability to instantly use dual swords easily, and combat and have a very good combat skills, just instantly. He got up and just like took the briefcase with him when he woke up off of the ice and went back home. His mom and dad asked him where he was. Sorry, damn it. Asked him where he was, but he said that he was just outside. Time skip. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I need to look for my thing. Hold on, guys. You might hear some noise because I have to go back inside and. I hate working out with my computer. I have to go back inside and just charge my computer. Grady me.
You going back outside? Huh?
No. Hold on. I hate using my computer. God damn it. Ugh. Sorry, guys. My grandfather was talking to me. Oh, I hate being with my grandma. I just want to live in a house by my own. Anyways. Anyways. Aaron just went home to his parents, and parents asked him where was he and how like what happened. He said nothing happened, and he just found his briefcase and just took it on with him. People they thought nothing of it because the briefcase looked pretty old and rinky dinky, so they just told him to sanitize it and like you can keep it, and he kept it. This is where Aaron went to Mikasa's house to get like whatever happened in Mikasa's house. Like I can't remember what exactly happened, but I remember what happened. And the ship will be. You know what? I'll say that later. You'll know what the ship would be when I actually say it. So Aaron and Aaron's dad would go to Mikasa's house. They're seeing Mikasa's mom and dad dead, without seeing Mikasa. Aaron's dad went to ran out to get some help or something. I don't know what he did. Aaron instantly knew where she was. Well, felt a feeling of where she was because I don't know how Aaron knew where Mikasa was at that time. I can't remember exactly. So Aaron ran over there and he took up a knife and ran over there. Aaron just knocked on the door and he started to talk to that man until he just killed him. And in a drop of a second, he just killed him. His eyes darted over to the other one and just instantly just disappeared. And there the person was with a knife in his chest. Then the third person came out. Then he didn't even have time to speak. His neck was slit. And both of them, all three of them, dropped dead in barely a millisecond. Aaron looked at Mikasa. She was trembling. But there was another girl beside of her. She had yellow hair and green eyes. Just like his father's, but different. No, his mother's, damn it. But different. This was Mikasa and Historia. Yes, the trip will be um Eren, Mikasa, and Historia. Because all three of them are waifus. And we all know that child that Historia has in her belly is Eren's. And I put that on God. Anyways, Eren looks at them and he takes off his scarf. The two scarves that he had this time. One was green and one on the other was red. He took them off and he wrapped it around them. And there they gain a crush on Eren. I don't know why they gain a crush on him in like what Mikasa did. Like, I'm gonna explain that. That's how I'm explaining it. Eren's father came and saw Eren, and Eren carried them to his house and then said, "We're going to our house now." And they blushed and they followed Eren. This is where they meet Armin and everything of the sort happens. Then we time skip to the day of the attack. Everything goes to canon, including his mother getting the rubble stuck under her. But this time something different happens. When Eren went to take her up and pulled it up, she told him to don't. Her spine is broken at this point, so it wouldn't make any sense. She would then take out the briefcase that Eren had when he was a kid. He didn't forget about it, but he didn't always carry it around with him like he normally did. She gave it to him and then took off her necklace. Well, not her necklace, her dog tags. If you don't know what dog tags are, that's what in the picture what Winter Soldier has. Bucky has in the picture. That's basically what dog tags are. One had her name on it, and one had Eren's name on, and with their family line and all that. But Eren didn't mention this. She put this on Eren's neck and told him that when they get out of this place and they settle, give this to one of the guards, and they would direct you to where to go. I can't remember his name, but that guy that picked up Eren, he would have to pick up Eren and Eren. No, let's say Historia was with Armin at the time. So she was talking to Armin, and she was supposed to go back home until they get evacuated and stuff like that. So all of that stuff happened, and that only means that one more random character has to go out to get to cut the breed stock, basically, to cut the stock. So yeah, everybody would be some of them would be dead. So they would finally rest and stay in a significant place, and this is where Eren would give one of the guards his dog tags, instructed by his mother. When the guard saw his dog tags and saw their names on them, he instantly bowed and carried Eren to the main royal place. Then the guard gave the king at the time the dog tags, and the king was shocked and scared. If you don't know, that king is a fake king at this time. The guard started explaining what Eren was, and a doctor came in to test Eren's blood, and he pulled it as that was her son. Now, everyone's shocked, but Eren's still sad. His mother died, and he don't really care if he's some royalty or some bullshit. He doesn't care. This is where they direct Eren to a castle and tell him that that's gonna be his new home. And there was maids and butlers on the outside of it, and Eren didn't really care, but he did ask for something: to get Armin, Mikasa, and Historia to his house and tell them to come. This is where the guards went to Armin, Historia, and Mikasa and told them that to come with them, and they did. They went to the castle and they saw Eren sitting outside with two maids and a butler, taking care of him, but he didn't really want them to. And that was it. Eren looked at them and shaked with a sad expression on his face. Eren was just not at his best peak at this point, but he didn't know what to do. They went inside and got designated to new houses, put on new clothes, and just sit down, absorbing everything that happened. Because during this time, they didn't get much time to absorb what happened. But now they have the time to now. Aaron, out of his sadness, would decide to finally pick up the books and like the papers that were inside the briefcase. So he would go to an office like place and open the briefcase, unlock the doors and windows and whatever and whatnot. He would go in and he would open the briefcase. He would see a bunch of papers, but some stuff would pique his interest. He saw stuff like army bikes and army trucks and all these different things. I saw blueprints of how to make them, how to make the parts. But he saw a pistol, and he liked the pistol. He liked the Glock. He would that shoot shit, right? Pew pew. No, I just having way too much fun. I'm just chilling. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of tired, but like I felt like making a video for you guys because I don't my shit. But anyways, Eren was just looking, and he called one of his maids and told her to get like metal, wires, and all these stuff for him, and bring a lot of them. And she complied and didn't know what Eren was doing, but didn't feel to question her new like master, so she didn't. She brought the stuff at least a day later, and Eren brought it out and closed the door again. Historia and Mikasa came and checked on Eren, and Eren said that he was fine every single time. Eren said yes in a very happy tone and said, I looked at what his creation. He created a Glock. That's what he created. Well, it's the first of its kind in this time period. So like it's all that. And Eren figured out something. Titan's body can heal, just like human body can heal over a period of time. So if I integrate the Titan's skin, body organs, and brain matter into a building, would it regenerate? And he took all of his blueprints and everything and carried it to technological people, and he summoned some technological people, some mechanics, and a lot of those kind of people, and told them that he wants to make this thing. And they obediently followed him because, again, he's the prince of the walls. He owns everything here. He gives out the blueprints, but never gives out the parts how to make them. He made the parts himself. He didn't trust anybody with this information, so he decided to do it himself. Which makes sense in all the right terms. Why would he give some people stuff? Why would he give people stuff and they can make it on their own? It doesn't make any sense to him, and he doesn't feel like doing that. Because if they betray him one day, that's the end of it. So they start getting these things done and building a whole shit ton of them. And he went to the recent king, and not the recent king, but the standing king now, and told him what he wanted to do. And told him exactly how it was. He had no choice. He was gonna do it either ways. He just informed him that he was gonna do it. He don't really like him, because I've seen the people that you tried to kill me in my sleep. But my body reacts on its own, and it kinda them, and it's pretty funny sometimes, waking up to dead bodies. And he just left from there. They were shocked. Yes, they did try to kill him, but he enjoyed it. He enjoyed the thrill of nearly dying. Yes, that is. Instead of wanting to brutally dance on the Titans' like bodies, he wants to have a thrill. The only thrill he ever had was when his mother was dying. He didn't like it, but the thrill of knowing that his mother was going to die and there was nothing he could do about it just gave him a rush in his heart. Sure, he loved his mom, but that rush was something. But he was gonna get revenge on that Titan one day. And he swore to himself he was gonna get revenge on that Titan one day. So Shinra then called a meeting of all the towns. Well, the area that he was in, the area where the scouts were training, that kind of place. He told them that they will be going into an underground city. It's an evacuation practice that I created. So technically, it doesn't really matter. It's just something to go ahead and do. You'll be there for a while, so pack your stuff and get ready to go. They followed him obediently. Like I said, he's the prince, and the prince knows best in their eyes. But there is people that doesn't like the fact that he's the prince. But I digress. We'll get into those people a little bit later. Now, Shinra, I'm not Shinra. Damn it. Eren had figured out that he was a Titan already. Well, in his dreamscape, or he thinks he's a Titan, or a Titan shifter. We didn't know what's a Titan shifter yet. So, blah blah blah. He then, every time he went to sleep and he was meditating, he saw the attack Titan, but it was different. He had the armor of the armored Titan, and the mask that was covering his face, covering his mouth, like Kakashi's mask. But his hair was the same, and his eyes are red, just like the picture where Eren's eyes are red this time. Well, no, I'll keep them green. Doesn't really matter. So the attack Titan also has the armor, and he has like the attack Titan power and the founding Titan's power. Yeek. How did Eren get the founding Titan's power again? If you guys know how Eren got the founding Titan's power again, you can comment down below. I don't know exactly how he got it, but let's say he has it. So Eren just goes and he tells the idea about the Titans, and some of them understand where he's coming from, but then some of them think he's completely crazy. But he doesn't do it anyways, and they end up doing it and finding out that it does recover over a period of time. Eren smiled at that fact. He was gonna recreate this world, not one of fear, not one of envy, but not one of pain, but salvation, strength. That's what his goal is. His goal is not to kill all the Titans, because Titans, yes, they're bad things, but they can also help and useful things. Shinra then started with his plan. He started integrating the brain cells and connecting the brain cells, mixing them with and melting the Titan's body, mixing them with cement and sand and rock and water to make a thick substance. They then started to make skyscrapers. They started to make roads, bikes, cars, guns. And they started to get ready. Eren changed the scout uniform into more of a army green color with pockets on it. And for the boy scouts thingies, they had their pants were a little bit more baggy, but it's not as much as it was not much. But the girls stayed the same, but they had black pants this time, not those white things. They had black pants this time. Aren's suit was kind of different. He had the winter soldier suit with his USB gear connected with one of his belts. He figured out that he can manipulate plasma a long time ago. He integrated with his bullets. He can accelerate and explode his bullets. So if he was to put a gun to a Titan's head, and was to pull the trigger, the Titan's head would blow into pieces. Easy as that. Eren then figured out about his metal arm, or as we know it as, and a vibranium arm. He figured out the more friction that happens to him. So once if a person was to shoot at him, his body would absorb the friction and send it to his arm, and he could release the friction at that point. So he realized that he was technically indestructible. He then figured out that he had he could use the dual blades perfectly without any practice, but could use them like he was a seasoned veteran. And martial artist goes the same way, like he was a seasoned martial artist. He then thought of something to leak the vibranium off of his arm to make a new weapon. He started to try to melt the tips of his finger, which actually did happen, but took a very long time because it kept growing back and becoming slower each time. So the tips of his fingernails and stuff like that were getting harder each time he melted them off, which Eren figured out was a process that took so to strengthen the tip of his fingers to the point where he could rip through metal basically. So he kept on doing this until he made two twin katanas. Well, two short twin katanas, and placed them on his back. But he always kept his dog tags on him, the reminder of his mother. Eren then now the world, that area that Eren was in now looked like it was in the 19 something, around Captain America's era. For all the people helping and people with USB gear moving up and down, they would be able to make skyscrapers, apartments, roads, and all these different things. Eren would tell them that they should go outside the walls. Well, go outside the walls and cut down animals and bring them back in here for more food. So we wouldn't have a food shortage. So now there's meat and a lot of other stuff inside of the walls this time. So after approximately 2 years it took to do all of this, because Eren was helping and he technically has super speed, so yeah. After 2 years, people could finally come out of underground. Now let me explain what the underground stronghold is. It's basically made out of Titan crystals. So Eren made down there. So yeah. So everyone came out of the underground and they were shocked to what they saw. They saw cars, tall buildings, short buildings, medium buildings, all of these things. Even the king was shocked because the king was down there too. He didn't know what was going on, and he couldn't argue with Eren because Eren is the rightful throne. So he could kick him off at any time. He didn't really care for him. He said it himself. He doesn't care for no one in that place. Eren was there to greet them and welcome them to their new era. And then started to monologue and speak. With a mic this time. He would say, I always thought that Titans were bad creatures. Don't get me wrong, there still are. There might be bad creatures, but they're useful. You see these houses and buildings? Guess what they're made out of? Titan, organs, bodies, brain, etc. You see, Titans work and function like humans. Well, differently. They can't speak, well, at least some of them. They can't speak, can't think. Damn, they don't even need humans to live. But they still do it because they think of that. For some bizarre reason. They're so dumb that they still think they need to eat humans to survive, but they could just survive on their own without eating anything. But I digress. They also have a similar healing factor to ours, but theirs are really accelerated. You see, every time that there's a Titan attack, we have to invest more money into rebuilding and doing all of these things. But I have a solution now. You see, these buildings, they have tiny, tiny specks of brains in them, and brain cells are connected with dot and dot and dot and dot. So basically, what I'm saying is, each time this town might get destroyed, it would rise back up even stronger. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. I know. Titans are demons, Titans are bad, blah blah blah. But they're useful. I like that. It's a new era. Let's celebrate. And everyone would keep on and they would celebrate and everyone would be happy. At first they didn't like the fact that they had to live with that the demons were inside of their house, technically. But they came to understand where their prince was coming from. He said it himself. He doesn't like the Titans, but they're useful. And they slowly come around to accept that they're useful. And he starts introducing the new technologies, like the computers. Well, they're box computers, but the computers in general. The computers, the bikes, and the cars, and all these other stuff. Now, let's talk about the Titans for a bit. Well, the scouting regiment and the scouting regiment has been on a hiatus. He's been forcing them to go out time and time again, but he didn't cower like the king does. He actually goes out there and fight with them. He does it for the mere fact of the thrill. And over possession of time, he became the highest ranking soldier. The Winter Soldier. Code name, the Winter Soldier. And people back in, like, I can't remember what it was called, but like the racist, I'm gonna call it the racist country, where Eren wants to wipe out every living being on that place. You know that place? Yeah, that place. They've heard of the Winter Soldier. They've heard of a person that can rip Titans limb from limb with his bare hands. A person that is so skilled to take out a whole army. A bulletproof person. A strong, intellectual person. They even heard rumors that he was technically a royal from their country. Which they thought made sense since he was so powerful, but they didn't understand why he was there. But then it clicked them. His parents. They must have not raised him here. They must have raised him over there. So they think they have stolen the demons of the demons island had kinda brainwashed their loyalty, technically. Eren just went along with it, and he is like the highest ranking soldier there. He actually has a vibranium arm at this time, and he's known as the Winter Soldier, the strongest soldier to ever live. Levi is no longer humanity's strongest soldier. He's the second strongest soldier. The one in first place, the one above all others, is Eren Yeager, the founding armored titan. The one and only strongest. Now, Eren is different. He doesn't really care for Titans, but he loves the thrill that he could die, and that's what excites him. And that's what Mikasa and Historia fares. Until one day, they come into Eren's room and they see they see his body steaming. This is his healing process that he has to go through each day because he's kinda getting hit and he just doesn't feel it. Because remember, his pain is numbed by a lot. And the fact that he can't actually feel pain with a bullet shot or anything. Mikasa and Historia are planning to join the army. Well, not army. Yeah, actually, military. They've denamed it and call it the military instead. So are the the wall military. That's what they're calling it. ATO military. The ATO military. That's what they're calling it. So they're talking to him and they are just fussing out their frustrations and just saying that they're worried for him, and Eren kinda smirks at this. He grabs both of their heads and puts it into his chest and says that he'll be fine. Look at my scars. Are they there anymore? They say no. So what do you have to worry about? Not silly old me. Kinda excites me, I'll be honest with you. I like going in fight. It's just this thrill I get from it. The thrill of dying. Knowing I could die but still going out. Whipping off titans with my pure hands. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I like it. I enjoy it. And the more titans I kill, I look at it this way. The more titans I kill, the more our world advances. The places inside of the walls advance and stronger. And Armin is actually training at this point because he doesn't want to seem like dead weight. She wasn't actually the canon, but he doesn't want to seem like dead weight. So yeah, Armin is training. Mikasa and they are just blushing and looking at Eren, and Eren leans forward to both of them, and in a split second kisses both of them. They all both blush and go red, and they enjoyed it though. Eren just smiled and told them if they wanted to sleep with him tonight, and they said yes. But nothing happened because technically they're still 13, so I'm not doing any of that. So they're technically still 13. We time skip to when Mikasa and Historia are going to the army or the military base. But that's what I'm gonna leave off this video. Tell me how you liked. What if Eren was the Winter Soldier? I'm sorry for interruptions about the TV and my grandfather talking. That I wasn't really planning that, but like, yeah. Tell me how you feel about the whole situation that I have right here, and I'll catch you later. Sayonara.